Today we are joined via telephone by Moses Corbins, who's been homeless for the past 20 years. In 2008, he caught the public's eye after appearing in a short film. He lives in California, and in a few short hours will be entering rehab this morning. Moses Corbin, thank you so much for joining us this morning. How are you?
I'm all right, Scott. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Moses, I think a lot of people want to know the answer to this question. You've been homeless for 20 years. How did you become homeless?
Oh, well, several events happened. You know, it just doesn't all of a sudden happen overnight. But just being separated from my partner, you know, for 8 years, and then dealing with drugs and, you know, and just secluding yourself. That after a while, it compounds itself.
Yeah, so certainly those things can definitely happen. Yeah, we're having a little trouble hearing you. If you could.
Okay, is this better?
That's a little better. Yes.
Okay.
There are so many of us in this country who are homeless. So many homeless people. What is it like to be homeless?
Oh wow! It's sort of like it's a constant battle. You know, you battling other your own demons, and then also too, you're dealing with watching yourself from other homeless, which prey on each other, and also from the police, and not and not feeling good because usually other people frown on you. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, maybe if you could put the phone a little closer. We're just a little trouble now.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah, it's getting better. Getting better all the time. You know, you mentioned there that trouble certainly with the police who come around and other homeless preying on you. What happens there with the other homeless people?
I guess it's being opportunists and stuff, right? You know, if you see an opportunity to take something that you don't have, and plus you like to rather. I didn't quite do that. I never did that. But I guess it's a feeling of them being better than you. You know, that they are low, that you are lower, so it gives them the right to take what is yours, which is usually not much, right?
Yeah, I can imagine. What possessions do you have?
Well, what I have is just the blankets and books, and maybe one or two keepsake things like a ring or something, you know, like that. And a little change as well to change. The money you get that day of panhandling or recycling, whatever.
Now, one thing you said there was books. Now, what kind of books do you have with you?
I had the Bible with me for one, and I had a lot of science fiction. I just got through reading Snow Crash, which is cyberspace. You know, I like science fiction, and you know, yeah. They're basically with a lot of science on it.
Yeah. That's very interesting. You know, you carry the Bible around. Is there any reason you carry the Bible around?
It's just the way I was brought up. Yes.
After being homeless for 20 years, does that affect your faith in any way?
Oh, just growing up affects your faith, you know, right? Just being older, I should say, right? You know, but it does have a lot of tension on it because you figure if there's a God, then why do I have to constantly go through all this, right?
So, have you ever come up with an answer for that?
No, if I did, I'd borrow it, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's a tough question to answer. You know, Moses, you were in this short film. Tell us about this short film, how it came about.
Ooh, well, Francisco's here. I don't know if he could help with how the film came about.
Right, Francisco is working on the documentary. What was the short film?
What was the short film? It's called I Wish.
And what did you portray in that?
I portrayed a homeless guy. That's pretty much it. You know, that wanted to achieve. You know, that if he could, I guess we granted his wishes, right? You know, earthly wishes, right? Not heavenly wishes.
After being homeless for 20 years and getting a part in a movie, what was that like?
Oh, very unreal, very surrealistic, right? You know, just very surreal. I should say surreal.
Yeah. I'm with you. After the movie, how did that change your life? That experience?
Oh well, it showed that there was a way out, right? There's a way out. You know, as long as you keep trying.
When the movie was over, because that was in 2008, and you say it showed that there was a way out, what happened that you weren't able to get out in 2008?
Say that again.
This movie, this short film that you were in was 2008, and you say it gave you hope that you could get out, that things could change. Why weren't you able to get out of the homeless situation in 2008 after the short film?
Well, one of the reasons that it's not a one fixed thing, right? Usually people who are homeless have multiple problems, right? Multiple situations. So one thing it really doesn't alleviate it, right? Because otherwise that would be the answer.
Yeah. Now, one thing, Moses, I want to talk about, and this is, I think you've been pretty open about this. You have a crack addiction. How did that start?
How did it start?
Yeah. When did it start?
Oh wow, that's really hard to, you know, because I guess that's pretty much, you know, you're taking the drug that is most popular at that time, right? So, you know, I went through heroin, you know, heroin, and I did that because that became less popular. And drinking, I stopped that because that became less popular. You know, you want to sort of fit in the last group to fit in is the group that are addicts, right? And so you try to fit in with the addicts at that time and day.
What does crack do for you? How does it help you?
Well, to plain and simple, just another form of escape, right?
Right, just another form of escape. It's very interesting. What are you trying to escape?
Okay, then you make me laugh. Just reality, you know, pain, you know, the demons in your head that never stops, right? Whatever you're running from or whatever happened to you, right, you're trying to dull that. So whatever medication, self-medication you can do, you know, to dull that, you do. And you get addicted to it, you know, that's part of the whole thing. Whoever invented it is in for profits. So the more you keep doing it, the more they have profits, right?
You know, Moses, it's very interesting because it's a big day for you. You are entering rehab in just a few short hours here this morning.
Yes, I know. I'm tired.
Yeah. I can imagine. And I thank you so much for coming on with us, but how do you feel about this? This is the second time you've been in rehab. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, well, this is the first time that I'm dealing with crack. So if I could do it with what I did the last time when I went to rehab, then I should be able to get over that. And I have a lot more tools to work with, you know, just from that, the first rehab and also this rehab, right? So I know I will be able to make it, not shit.
Are you frightened about it?
It's definitely the unknown, but the way that my group, which I'm fortunate to have, is a group that I'm with that helps just trying to do this movie now through the Kickstarter, right? And we were trying to get funds, but in any event, the whole point was that well, I just have enough tools to well, again, it is scary, but the way that we're looking at it, the way the group is looking at it, it's a big adventure, right? And it's not for a year or nothing like that, or 5 years. It's not a sentence, right? It's more of a release.
How many years have you been on crack?
Oh, how long?
Yeah, how long?
Probably over 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, it seems like 1,000.
Right. Well, using crack for 10 years, why did it take you so long to decide to go to rehab?
Oh, because it wasn't my own decision, right? You would think about it at least once every other month, right? Of a way of getting out of it, not just rehab. Some people think of suicide. Some people think of cold turkey or whatever, right? But you think of many ways of that, of getting out of your addiction and all the situation, being homeless and all that comes with it, right? So rehab is only one thing. Plus, it's so hard to get into rehab. It's taken me months of trying to get into this one program. So you have to constantly call them, and you have to be clean and all this, right? It's not an easy thing.
Do you think that you will be able to, I mean, you're positive. Do you think you'll be able to lick it?
Oh, that's what I said before. I will reiterate. Not think. I know I will, right?
You know you will.
Yeah, I'm being positive here, Scott. All right.
No, I agree with you. You got to be positive going in. I want to talk a little bit about this. You're trying to get a movie made. www.mosesthemovie.org. If people want to look at the trailer, there's some money needed to finish making this movie. But what will this movie show if it gets made?
Oh, here. I'll let Fran talk to you. He's my soul friend here.
Okay.
Hey, hello, it's Francisco. Yeah, we are, I'm the filmmaker that has been with Moses for the last 5 years. And, everything started with a short film, and I've been following Moses along since 2007, 2008. And all the unbelievable things that happened after the short film was completed make up this movie called Moses, which is a feature-length documentary about Moses' life. It's a fight between, the hope of a second chance and the gravity of living on the streets for so many years. So we have 90% of the movie filmed, and now we put this Kickstarter campaign to try to raise the funds we need to finish the movie. We are asking for $50,000, and we have 30 days left to raise that money.
What got you interested in this movie, Fran? What got you interested in Moses' story?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What got you interested in Moses' story? Why did you decide to make this documentary?
Well, it's at the beginning, all I wanted to do was I Wish, this fictional short film. And it just happened that I always had my camera with me, and I recorded Moses pretty much every time we got together. And when we went to Spain to, pick up the award that we received, for I Wish, at that point, I realized that there was something bigger going on than a short film, that I came across a person, like Moses, a human being struggling and willing to, get over his past and move forward. So from that point, I always, if I had my camera on, always with me, then
You know what I'm saying? I made up my mind thinking I need to have my camera always with me, and I'm gonna consciously follow Moses, and so I did for the last 5 years.
Very interesting. Moses, if this movie gets made, how do you think it will change your situation?
Oh, wow. Well, one of the major things is that I'm going to be monitored, well, as far as followed, right? You know, so I really can't fail. I really have a lot of people depending on me and supporting me. So if I was to fail, it would not just for me personally, it would affect a lot of people, and that I'm not going to let happen.
And how would you prevent that from happening?
By staying straight.
Yeah.
And staying positive and staying busy, right? Doing a lot of work in my community and other communities that need, you know, like lectures or whatever, or just talks and conferences, or whatever I can do, you know, just to, I would say, just to keep moving forward, as Francisco said.
You know, Moses, it's very interesting. We're talking about you entering rehab here in just a few short hours, and that you're very positive, and you have to be, and you want to come out and be positive and become a successful part of life moving forward, get over the homelessness. Is there any fear involved there? Those are big mountains to climb.
Well, no, I don't. The way if the things are that big, it's best not to look at the whole mountain and just take it one step at a time, right? And just keep it in view. Take a rest or whatever. I don't mean to do anything, but I mean just focus on all the achievements I've already made, and that could keep the momentum going.
Yeah, absolutely. Moses, we talked about something very early on in this interview, that people look down on the homeless. You feel in a certain way.
Right.
How does that make you feel as a man in today's society?
Oh, with your self-esteem?
Yeah.
Well, it definitely can play upon it, but I've dealt a lot with that all my life, you know, coming from ghettos and, you know, just being black and being poor. You know, there's many ways people can put you down, and so, you know, I'm a little too up in the years to let that, you know, be my confidence in myself.
Well, Moses, I know you're entering rehab here this morning. My best of luck to you. I hope everything goes well. I hope the movie gets made. Again, the web address, if people want to go look at a trailer, www.mosesthemovie.org, O-R-G. And Moses, I just say thank you so much for getting up really early out there on the West Coast to talk to me. And again, I can only hope for the best for you, and you seem positive, and I hope it's the best outcome for everybody. Take care of yourself.
And thank you, Scott, for having us on. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Moses Corbins. Certainly a very interesting story.